All right, everybody, what's up? My name is Leanne. Today I'm going to be leading you through this JB University session that is all about jabs. So if you are here, I'm assuming it's because you are either interested in our clocked format or you have currently taken a few clocked classes and you just want to dive down deeper into form and technique, making sure that you've got everything snatched. So let's talk about jabs. For a jab, this is how you'll start every single clocked warm-up. It's the first exercise we do. It's pretty self-explanatory. You're going to punch straight forward with your fist punching towards where your chin is. So it's slightly upward and out. Now, in clocked, we don't have physical targets that we can see or hit, so you got to use your imagination. For an analogy, I want you to think of someone right in front of you. It can be yourself, right, as a target, which I would not recommend you hitting yourself. But think of something that just like drives you crazy, maybe. It could be a person. It's fine to get healthy aggression out and clocked. We support it. You want to hit straight ahead, and then you're going to pull back. So it looks like this. Notice my lower body, my knees are bent. This is called a fighting stance, okay? We don't want to lock out our knees. We want to be about right here. I'm pulling the elbows in towards my ribs. So notice when one arm punches forward, the other is up by my face in guard position. We want to make sure that is happening. Now, let's talk about the muscular targets of a jab. There's two. It's the shoulder. You're going to use your shoulder energy, think of it as the gas in a jab, to explode forward. You're going to use your lats, which are here, to pull back. So where the shoulder is the gas, think of your lats as the brake and the retraction. A jab has a push and a pull. We push with the gas, that's our shoulder, and we pull back using the brakes, which are the lats. A lot of people are very good at this part of a jab, but they fail to recoil and pull back, which is the second half of a jab. It's very similar if you've ever taken a spin class. A lot of people are good at the downward part of a pedal stroke, but they forget to pull up using their hamstring. So they end up getting imbalanced, working more of their quad and kind of using momentum to let the rest of the pedal stroke finish when they should be pulling up with their hamstring. So you want to use your shoulder on the way out and use your back on the way back. Most common mistakes on the way out, locking the elbow. If you do that over time, it's going to not feel good. The most common the most common injuries in kickboxing are shoulders, elbows, hips, and knees, okay? So when we talk about kicks, we'll talk about the importance of form and technique to protect your hips and your knees. But for a jab, I want you to think of making sure you're not fully locking that elbow. So I would say extend about 90% of the way, and once you're right here, pull back. So it should never look like this. This is called hyperextension, locking through the elbow. You're making the joint take that explosive force, and that's not going to feel good over time. You might not notice it on day one, but you will after a few weeks or months of continually hyperextending that elbow. So you want to think 90% of the way out and then pull back. So if you can see in the mirror, you'll be able to see my lats in action and my shoulder in action. 4, 3, 2, here's what it looks like. 1 and, 2 and, 3 and, 4 and, 5 and, 6, 7, 8. That's your jab.